I honestly don't even know what I'm doing with this video right now. Saying all this off the top of my head, no script or anything like that. Um, I just hope that people. This video is for people who are in a similar situation to mine, and maybe they need to hear. Maybe they need to hear this, and maybe I need to as well. Before I start explaining everything, just know that all of everything that I'm saying is from my experience alone and my thoughts and opinions on this. Like basically my advice. So like with any advice or any video on YouTube for that matter, take this with a grain of salt. This is just for people who might have been in a similar situation to mine with a girl, which I'm gonna explain. Ever since 10th grade, there's been this girl I liked that I thought it'd just be a regular, oh, a boy likes a girl, shit like that, you know, right? But it got way, I don't want to say worse, but it was much more complicated than that. And hopefully, those of you watching, maybe your situation will be similar to mine. But yeah, I thought that, oh, I had to get over her. It's just a phase. The more I talked to her, the more I talked to her, whether I talked to her less or more, the worse the situation got as time went on. All right, so this video is gonna be separated into different parts. I'm gonna explain my story and my story and situation, and then I'm gonna break down how I dealt with it and how I would recommend anyone else to maybe deal with it if they're in something at least a little similar to mine. All right, so let's just cut straight to the chase, all the way to the beginning. I liked a girl in 10th grade. Some of my friends were hyping me up to talk to her. I would talk to her every now and then. You know, the typical when a boy has a crush on a girl, right? But I was leaving out one of the most key important factors that my future self was gonna have to worry about that I didn't give a shit about at the time. Now this is gonna be very important because I'm gonna address that factor later. So I don't really talk to her that much coming the end of the school year, towards the end of the school year. So I thought, oh, okay, I'll just improve myself over the summer. 11th grade comes by, and I am a stone. Like, I literally can't say a word to this girl, and I don't know why. Was I scared? At the time, I was scared. At the time, I might have been scared. Eventually, that issue got resolved, but I still couldn't talk to her, which it's gonna be very important later. So when she does talk to me, I would overthink the hell out of it. I was like, oh, does she feel sorry for me, or oh, does she know I like her? Did she think I like her back in 10th grade? I was just overthinking the shit out of it. All right, and 11th grade like went by like very fast. But I would remember I would try to like I wouldn't dress up, but like I would try to like have conversations that I think she might be interested in. I would talk louder. It was just oh my fucking god. Especially in 10th grade too. 10th grade, our lockers were by each other. I specifically remember. Oh god, I can't even. There was this one thing I said that was related to her culture. I thought it would get her attention, get her to like me. Oh, my 10th grade self was cringe as hell. But anyway, so yeah, 11th grade goes by, and I sent her a follow request back in 10th grade that I thought that she hasn't accepted yet, right? So this like literally ate me up the entirety of 11th grade because I was telling myself, hopping myself up, like, oh, you're gonna get her to accept the follow request. You gotta get her to accept. But she just didn't, and she still talked to me. It's not like she didn't like me neither. So this confused me and made me overthink the hell out of almost everything that had something to do with her. And yeah, it just like ate me up inside, and literally like it would be all I would think about in my free time, like before I go to bed. Like it's almost like I wasn't obsessing over her. It was just like the follow request. Like, why do girls act like this? Another important factor, I guess, that led to my, I guess, insecurity is when other boys would talk to her. I'd get pretty jealous. Not gonna lie, and I'll explain how I deal with all this later. This is just me telling my experience. But yeah, I would get jealous, and I would try to like find something to make me better than them, which led me to start, working out after 11th grade during the summer because he still didn't accept the follow request. So I was like, all right, what the fuck? But summer goes by and I start working out, right? I was lifting weights though. I didn't really know what I was doing. I didn't see much change. I worked out mainly for health. But then, um, 12th grade comes around and she's talking to me a little more, but she hasn't accepted the follow request. So I'm like, what the hell, dude? And it's just, I'm at a point where, like, all right, maybe, like, what do I do? I was asking everyone for advice and shit like that, but the very important factor that I mentioned earlier is that she doesn't date. And I've known this since 10th grade, but I don't know. I guess I decided to ignore it and live in my own delusion. Because that's what having a crush is. It's just pure delusion. You think you're going to, without talking to her or approaching her, you're just going to randomly start dating. But surprise, surprise, that's not how it works. But yeah, she doesn't date. So when I saw her talking to other boys, I was, I would get mad, but I wouldn't get like worried necessarily. Yeah, I kept thinking that I wasn't good enough and I didn't respect myself at all. And that's what led me to start wanting to work out more and build my body, but not in a lazy bodybuilder way, not to get as big as possible, which is when I started calisthenics. And yeah, I would do this. This was something else to keep my mind off of that, off of the girl. Besides, like video games and stuff, right? So I started calisthenics, and when you first start, you're gonna be on a binge. For those of you that don't know, I can make other videos, calisthenics tutorials, maybe sometime in the future. I don't know. I'm just making this video for people who need to hear what I have to say, or need to hear this advice. But yeah, so basically, I was trying to get better at skills, trying to gain strength and shit, and I would try to like flex this almost to everyone else besides her because we wouldn't talk that much at the time for some reason when I started. I don't know why. Or I guess most of the times that we talked, she talked to me. I guess I just like didn't feel like putting in the work to approach her. I don't know. But I'd flex this to everyone around me except her. And were they jealous? Probably not. Did they care? I'm pretty sure they didn't. But that's gonna be important later. So yeah, she's the second semester comes around. Still hasn't accepted my request, by the way. I get better at calisthenics. Yeah, basically up until now, that's how it's been going. And we're about to graduate, and it's unfortunate that I'm just accepting or realizing this now. But this is, I hope other people can take this advice. First of all, take it with a grain of salt. And secondly, I hope other people who might be in a similar situation to me come across this video to hear it. So that's basically how it's been going. And yeah, for the past like 2 years, I've been debating over whether she not likes me, but like she hates me or doesn't hate me. So yeah, that's basically everything that's been going on with me for the past 2 years. Um, Let me know if y'all situations were any different. To whoever is watching this video, hopefully you're still around. But yeah, now I'm gonna get into some things that I discovered and harsh truths. As you can see, I'm like decently in shape. Like I'm kind of, I don't have that much muscle, but like I'm pretty strong. Like I do weighted pull-ups, weighted dips, wall handstand push-ups, shit like that. I'm in pretty good shape. I've gotten compliments too from guys and girls. Not her, but you get the point. And but like getting jacked and building your physique will get you absolutely no respect from anyone. It is at best a temporary solution to solve your insecurity, and that's what a lot of bodybuild. I sound like a certain fitness YouTube influencer right now. You probably know his name with athletic bodybuilding. If you're in the fitness community, you might know who I'm talking about. I'm not gonna say his name right here though, but Um, I do agree with him on some things, but that's off topic. But like that's what a bunch of these like jack gang jacked guys or people who go to the gym like that's and I'm adjusting myself here too. We go to the gym, build our physique, and like body build, I guess, and shit like that. But that's just to cover how small we are on the inside. And this was me. This was me because I thought I was small. I thought I was a nobody just because this girl didn't want to text me or talk to me on Instagram. This is what led to me starting calisthenics and working out and shit. But yeah, and so I thought going to the gym would help me get more confidence, but it didn't. It, and building your physique might get you worldly confidence, but it won't give you godly confidence, which is confidence that you have for the person you are. It doesn't matter how much money you have, how much girls' phone numbers you have, how jacked you are. It's just you being proud of who you are. And I didn't come to realization until now, which might have helped me have more confidence in talking to this girl or anything else in life for that matter. All these guys you see getting jacked in the gym, and I'm not saying not to do that. Still do that. Your health should be a priority, but you kind of cover up your insecurities through and your lack of respect for yourself through just going to the gym, lifting weights, or doing calisthenics, whatever you gotta do, getting jacked. That makes you a coward, including myself. We're all just hoping that all this muscle covers up how little respect we have for ourselves and the insecurities that we've built up. And another thing that made me a coward too was being scared to talk to her in the first place. An example of this would be me in the gym, right? I weigh 157 pounds right now. I was doing weighted dips, repping it out, uh, with around, I think, 65 pounds attached to me. More than a third of my body weight. Think of how many people in the gym cared. Not one. Now think how many people outside the gym cared. Exactly. There's so many guys who think that, oh, getting jacked will get you girls, which it will get you girls, but if you're trying to impress one girl that you have genuine feelings for, which I'll touch on a little later, probably after this, especially if she's like one of those smart girls, it's not gonna get you anywhere, bro. The second major thing that I wasn't taking into account in 10th grade that I mentioned way earlier was how this girl does not date. But this girl does not date anyone. I'm pretty sure she rejected some dude in 10th grade too. I mean, it was either 11th, I think, yeah. But, which made me kind of happy, I'll admit. But, yeah. Um, yeah. So, all this time, I didn't know why I wanted to talk to her, and I wasn't scared, but I just couldn't talk to her. Like, in the 11th grade, I might have been scared, but towards the end, I wasn't scared, but like it was like something was telling me like not to talk to her for some reason, or like to not try to approach. Because I knew if I tried to talk to her, it'd be like for the purpose of like dating and eventually getting married. But yeah, I knew if I tried to talk to her, it'd be for that reason alone. And it wasn't for like lust. Like I used to think it was for lust too. I know I'd made jokes like that every now and there, but like whenever I talked to her or was around her, I was never thinking about that stuff because I genuinely enjoyed being around her. Which, since I liked her for so long, me just liking her, her just being a crush, it turned into genuine feelings. I don't want to say love because that's such a broad term. It's corny and plus like love is like I don't know. Like I don't want to say that just yet because like it'll be a little creepy, you know. But it turned into genuine feelings. So and like liking being around that person. So yeah. So her when I say that I remember that she doesn't want to date anyone. Uh, you have to respect that. Like this is not just saying like oh the worst she can say is no. She doesn't want to date anyone. and I had to learn to respect that, especially since she's a Muslim too. Like, if you truly have feelings for the girl, you have to learn to respect her wishes. And me, it's just not dating her at all. But I mean, that's with anyone, I guess. I haven't confessed to her yet. I don't know if I am, but yeah. So that's the harsh reality that I came across in my high school life. And since I genuinely like this girl, if you do have feelings for someone, you're gonna put their feelings over yours. I know I sound like a Frozen character right now, and I hate it, but that's the truth. And for me to do that, she doesn't want to date, and I have to respect that. And prom is literally tomorrow. I could have asked her out, but now I say all that to say, if you're someone going through in a similar hardship or situation like me, I just want you to know you're not alone. And some things I did to kind of deal with this was a start calisthenics, find something to distract you from the obsession, I guess, even though it was just like it was insecurity really. But yeah, obsession. But yeah, find something to distract you. For me, it was video games and calisthenics. Just trying to improve myself overall. Um, and yeah, and try to use this as motivation improve yourself. But do not hate yourself over you not either being good enough for her or not having confidence to talk to her. Because the 10th grade me, I didn't necessarily hate him. He was dorky and stuff, but I used to hate him for like not like talking to her enough and shit like that. But and my freshman self too, because she came to me one time. I could have got her number in freshman year. It was a whole thing, but I had to learn to forgive myself because if I'm being honest, that younger version of myself, he was a cool dude and he did nothing wrong. It was just maybe the universe just didn't. Maybe it wasn't meant to be. How I use it as motivation, for the gym at least, is I've gone through like a lot of emotional pain with this, and like kind of coping with the fact that I don't think we're meant to be, and I've had to learn to accept that too, because maybe the universe, or for this case, I must just say God, doesn't want us to be together, and I I have to respect that. And she doesn't want to date too. Like I know I haven't confessed, but like I'm pretty sure you know how it's gonna end anyway. But yeah. So how I use that as motivation? I go to the gym and I replace the emotional. I use that to replace the emotional pain with physical pain. And yeah, that's. I know that sounds harsh, but hey, everyone is different. Whatever works for you may not work for someone else. So everyone's different. Just do your own thing. If you are gonna confess to her, or are actually gonna try and like start something with her, don't wait till senior year or until like her last year. They may be able to see or whatever it may be. Whether you're leaving or she's leaving, don't wait. Try to start action now. I know I said I didn't have many opportunities, and and it might be the same thing for you, but try to make opportunities. Like if she does like actually is open to dating, then that just means you have to hurry up because that means other guys are on the table. With me, I just heard that she doesn't date, so I was like, oh okay, I have time then. She's not gonna choose anyone else. But guess what? She's not gonna choose date you either. I don't know why I didn't realize that. But and another thing, if you are in like the exact same situation I am, where like you're not gonna be able to get with her, or confess, or like you are gonna confess to her, or you've already been rejected, and you're trying to like deal with the pain of knowing y'all are never gonna be together, um, try to use that as fuel. And what I mean is, you're gonna like eventually start to like be a little hateful. Even though those feelings or love, I guess, even though I don't want to use that word, love that isn't responded to, like it wasn't with me, that turns into hate. That love that you might have for someone that isn't responded to or that someone doesn't love you back, I don't want to use that word, that love eventually turns into hate. And another way to prove this is that love and hate are emotions. And emotion is energy, because energy, motion. So, emotion, that emotion is going to convert. That love is going to turn to hate. All those good feelings will turn to bad feelings. And energy cannot be, I know y'all know the saying, energy cannot be energy cannot be created or destroyed, only transformed. And you have to decide how that energy is going to transform you for the better. Don't think about being insecure, hating yourself. Just think of you making that decision to be a better version of yourself in the future. And not for the girl, but for yourself. All right, so this is a bit later after I recorded that, but one more thing I did want to say was for the people who have already been rejected or maybe are in a situation identical to mine where they know that it's just not going to happen or more than likely not going to happen. Let me say that. You more than likely have people around you telling you, "Oh, find another girl," or "Oh, move on," or "Oh, it's not that deep," or "Oh, it's her loss," which could be great advice, but the harsh truth is that they don't probably don't know is it's not that simple. And I know those things are not what you want to hear right now. And don't get me wrong, you will probably and can eventually probably move on and forget about her. But those feelings are probably like never gonna leave. Like if you were to like travel back in time to that exact situation, you'll probably catch those feelings again. Or maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. That's just what I think. But for those of you who have people telling you that, just try to distract yourself. Like I said earlier, find other things to be obsessed with. Um, and if you do it, if you haven't confessed yet, and you know you're never gonna see them again, like for a fact, then definitely confess. Just to, I don't want to say have closure, because closure is not something that they can give you. It's something you take, and it's like very hard to like have like a peaceful closure and be happy with the outcome. That doesn't like even if it doesn't go your way, if that makes sense. I don't know. I'm just rambling on at this point, but yeah, maybe. And if you get jealous of other people who got in unexpected relationships, like the weirdo, or like the weirdo who got with the hot girl. I don't know if y'all seen that meme, or just like people, girls you never thought would date, end up dating one of your friends. You're probably thinking, "Oh man, life is unfair. This is bullshit. Why can't it happen to me?" Well, that's the truth. Life is unfair to some people, and you have to accept that. We all have to accept that. The universe, or for the sake of the video, God has different purposes for all of us. So, and maybe for me, what I've been thinking, because I highly doubt I highly doubt I'll ever be able to feel something like this for another girl again. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll see. But maybe it's not my place to have a family or have kids and get married and reproduce. I'll probably still talk to girls, try like, spit game or whatever and stuff like that, just to say I've done it. But I don't think I'll ever be able to replicate this for someone else ever again. Again, I could be completely wrong, but and maybe it's the same for you. Maybe you're not. Maybe it's meant for you to be with someone else or the exact same thing with me. I know it sounds a bit harsh, but life can be like that sometimes, and we have to learn to either cope with it or accept it. Because complaining about it and crying about it is not going to do anything. I hope this video helped you out. If you had to, if you've been going through something similar to me, or maybe just need someone to talk to you or someone to tell you this, and hell, I'm gonna watch this again myself. Maybe I needed to hear this from myself. But yeah. I hope everything goes well for y'all. And let me know in the comment section what you think. If you think I'm crazy or you think I'm completely wrong, which I don't care. I'll take the criticism. It's whatever. Um, but yeah. Or if you just want to talk, or if you need any advice, I'll be happy to answer I'll be happy to answer any questions. So yeah, see you.